So we investigated the travel patterns for all 24 member jurisdictions and the unincorporated area. And we wanted to understand region-wide travel behaviors, including origin destination of trips from every agency, purpose, mode split, the distance that they're traveling, and the travel direction. The basis of this analysis was using streetlight data, and streetlight data is one of the founding big data sources in transportation, which if you get on your phone and you open up an application and it says, would you like to share your location with this app? And you would say always or only while I'm using the application. And then the visual communication side of it, we put together fact sheets that highlight the key findings of the analysis, give a community profile, and give a snapshot of the commuting characteristics, travel activity, and the key findings are quite similar to the city of San Bernardino. You can see our sample size in that key findings section of the fact sheet is significantly higher because we're looking at the entire county, but that ratio of 73 million to 45 million is pretty similar to that 7.5 million and 4 million from the city of San Bernardino.
So the first fact is that the COVID-19 pandemic has increased the demand for housing, and that greater demand for housing since 2020 has not come down yet. The second reason is the increase in remote work. That is something that really took off in around 2020 during the pandemic, and surprisingly hasn't come down very much since then. What this graph here shows is the rate of household formation, or the growth in the rate of household formation. So what that's meant is there's been a huge increase in housing costs. The third fact is that people have shifted where they want to live. So as home prices have gone up, people have shifted the location, in part because they're able to work remotely. So what I just showed you was national trends. People are moving away from the most expensive locations, and they're moving into cheaper cities. This slide shows you differences between different neighborhoods in a city. The blue line shows population movements into or out of city centers. The black line shows population movements into or out of high density regions within cities. The red line shows you population movements for exurbs, and the green line for suburbs. Real estate prices is that there's been a divergence between city centers, suburbs, and exurbs. I made the same graph, but here I'm showing house price changes in percentage terms from 2020 to 2022. And I'm looking at the zip code level for the same 5 counties. So this is Ventura County, San Bernardino County, Orange County, LA County, and Riverside County.
So planning for the future, how do we do it? And we don't know what other things might be heading our way: floods, fires, earthquakes, another pandemic of some sort. And how will that impact our population? Where will that go? Will it change immigration, emigration, birth rates, death rates? And then how will the employment sector be impacted? We've seen some changes there as well. So from 2020, Inland Empire was, we pulled in the biggest household gain, similar to Phoenix, Arizona. That pushed up housing prices, like you said, and it pushed out some middle, lower income families that had to move out. For every 10 people that moved to the Inland Empire, 8 moved out. And just nationally, as far as the work from home goes, you can see these are percentages, and driving alone went down from 2019 to 2021. So this is big warehousing, how much that went up. So in addition to all these residents and population, we're having to think about freight, and that increases in freight and big warehousing has gone up nationally. This is another demographic or graphic showing the increases in population growth for employment sector of warehousing. What bar to the far left is housing, warehousing employment is considered continued to grow between 2018 to 2020 by 50+%. SPCTA participates with collecting growth forecasts from their member jurisdictions for the regional housing, for the regional transportation plan, for SCAG's plan. So when we collected it for the 2020 RTP, this is what our member jurisdictions thought the dispersal of growth was going to be between 2016 and 2045. If you look up, every blue dot is 10 occupied households, every red dot is 10 jobs. So this is just to give you an idea of the density.
iCommuter's the rideshare program of the Riverside County Transportation Commission and San Bernardino County Transportation Authority. Our mission is to reduce traffic and improve air quality in the region by helping business develop employee rideshare, bus, train, carpool, vanpool, telework, bike, and walk programs. The iCommuter program is free to employers. Simply sign up, promote the benefits of ride sharing to your employees, and enjoy the rewards. What is great about the iCommuter platform is that every time the commuters log a trip, we capture the data. We capture greenhouse gases, vehicle miles reduced, vehicle miles traveled, and even total cost saving. It's not surprising that most of our commuters are carpooling, right? With 21% of our commuters, it's the most common rideshare mode. A lot of commuters are teleworking with a hybrid schedule, so telework came in at 11%. Although these are the top 3 rideshare modes, there are still commuters actively walking, biking, and riding the train to work. So how can the iCommuter team support you with each of these modes? In the iCommuter website, there is in the iCommuter homepage, there's an option for your best commute. By selecting commute options, you can click on each individual mode. This page will direct you directly to the mode you selected. For example, here we have bus and train. In our website, you can use our trip planner to plan out your commute. Not sure what vanpool agency to get in contact with? Well, on our page, we have a great tool that you can enter the city you work at, and that will provide you the specific agency that you will be in contact with to start your vanpool program. And a fun fact on vanpool, at CSUSB, we have 1 active vanpool commuting from Apple Valley to the campus. There are currently 10 riders on this roster, and this vanpool has been receiving the $400 subsidy from SB Loop since August of 2021. And here we are down to our 2 most active rideshare modes, biking and walking. On the iCommuter website, there is a link that you can learn more about how you can board your bike when taking the bus to work. And walking, well, walking is one of our healthiest rideshare modes. Remember, when it comes to ride sharing, it doesn't always have to be a daily commute, but it is something that you can implement in your day-to-day schedules. Regardless of the size of your employer or the location of your employer site, we can help you customize your rideshare program. For large employers who comply with Rule 2202, we can assist you with this regulation.